full-time traveling's like 2022. There it is. And yes, he did that.
In today's video, we're going to talk about some downsides to RVing in 2022.
Oh, you did awesome. That was beautiful, honey. I didn't bring my coffee.
Go get your
Hold
coffee.
on.
Pause it.
I forgot my coffee, love. I can't tape a video without my coffee.
God, give me strength.
Yeah. All right, so we're ready. All right, so the biggest issue, everybody's gonna know this one, I guess, is the cost of fuel. Fuel is outrageous right now.
And it's just going up.
And it just keeps going. We saw it in South Carolina at $6.50 a gallon for diesel. It's absolutely insane. And unless you're Warren Buffett or Bill Gates, it's got to impact you when you're full-time living. It has to.
Has to.
I mean,
So,
we're paying $500 a fill-up, pretty much, in fuel.
I'm going to try and spin this to a positive.
Okay, but it ain't gonna work.
No, because it is what it is. We can't change it.
No,
so
we can't.
what have we done to adjust our lifestyle?
We've cut down on our traveling.
Right.
I
We
mean,
have stayed more at our home base.
Our trips are more directed now. We'll go from point A to point B, we'll leave from Tennessee here and go to a specific area that we want to visit and then come back. Last couple years or year and a half prior to that, we just kind of wandered and went wherever we felt like going. And wasn't a big deal, but Terry still works, but I'm on a fixed income, so we got to be mindful of that kind of stuff. And like I alluded to earlier in the video, with that $6,000 repair that could have been laying in our lap, that really would have impacted us. And that's, you don't see those coming. You can't really budget for that. I mean, you can, but
you need to have money in the bank.
A little bit of a reserve, exactly.
You have to plan for the worst, I guess, in a sense.
Bugs are bad today.
It is bad. So what else we've done? Well, we did it when we started. We got the TSD card, Open Roads.
It does help.
It does.
I mean, it's psychologically, if anything, if you're saving 20 cents a gallon or whatever you're saving, then...
yeah, lately it's been about $18 for what our savings calculates to be. It's about $18, $20 of fill-up, and it's not even a full fill-up. It's about 68, 70 gallons that we've purchased, but we're still feeling the impact of, about a $400 fill-up. Now, that was 2 weeks ago, because we've been here, right, 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been back at the home base here in Tennessee for 2 weeks.
We're basically laying low, too, till I get my medical issues straightened out, too. So that's kind of put a crimp. We want to do the Northeast, like Maine, go up to Maine, maybe. That's going to be one of our trips if we can
That's what I'd like to do, but we have to figure out where we're going with the medical issues first. So our suggestion is definitely to get the TSD card if you have the diesel.
It'll help,
and if you're running gas, they say Gas Buddy is a really good one.
There's a couple other ones. We'll put links into a couple of the other cards.
Yeah, but definitely sign up for the fuel savings. It's
no joke, though. A lot of people won't talk about it. It's all unicorns and rainbows and stuff. But
a lot of people think that if you're living this lifestyle, then that you should have taken it into consideration when you made the choice to go. But we didn't. We started this 3 years ago.
And you can't budget for that. If you spend, we were paying...
around $2 a gallon when we started.
Sometimes less than $2 a gallon. And that's kind of where our fuel budget was like, all right, we're good. We're within our fuel budget. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're up to $6. You've tripled your cost in fuel. It's crazy.
It's not going to stop us. No, it's just going to slow us down a little bit.
Slow us down temporarily till things get changed around and we get I don't want to get political, but...
No, we're not.
When things get changed around, and they will change again, and things will get better, but... leading into that, with the fuel prices going up, everything else has gone up. Food. I mean, buying food on the road is astronomical right now.
Well, it depends too where you go.
Yeah.
If you're going to be up in Yellowstone, and you know, our prayers and thoughts go out to the people that are experiencing that devastation right now up in Yellowstone. But when we were there, we were already paying tourist prices for groceries.
Yep.
Now it's got to be double what we were paying last year when we were out there. So, and what was I paying? Like $6 just for a pound of butter.
Yeah,
I mean,
crazy.
It was crazy then, and it's only going to continue to get worse. So.
It's not a cheap lifestyle. You know, you can live it cheap. It's no cheaper than a house. It might even be more, depending on how you live. And depending on the situation. Right now, I think it's more than owning a house right now because of the fuel and everything else. And that, again, the fuel involves everything in our lives.
My suggestion or pro tip, would be stay for at least a week or two. Don't do just a couple days if you can avoid it, because you can get a weekly discount
or a monthly
if
discount.
You can even stay for a month in one location, it will be cheaper than your weekly rate.
That's hard for us, though. We don't like staying too long.
No, we don't. But again, you have to make the adjustments in order to accommodate this lifestyle. Yeah. So these are just some suggestions that I'm making.
We're seeing a lot of them for sale. I see a lot of them. Everybody's unloading them. All the COVID people that bought them, and they're unloading the coaches now, which is the values are dropping, which they were ridiculously overpriced for a while, just like everything else. We're seeing more empty spots too, but you really got to search still.
I think it's been easier finding spots this year than it was last year.
It's a little bit better.
I mean, I have to pick up the phone on occasion and call if we want to get into a certain area. You know, we're headed back to Florida. We really prefer to be in the central part in the Jensen Beach area.
You're going in the dead summer, so there's always stuff available in the blazing heat.
What I was going to say, it was over the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yes.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah, so that...
One for Terry.
Yeah. They put us in and booked us for the period leading up to 4th of July, and we needed to be there the 7th, I think, for a doctor's appointment. So luckily we have another option when we're in town.
Yeah, we got a friend.
We have a friend that we can stay at, mooch stock off of him.
I have one friend, and he's got full hookups, and a pool. So
please send love to Randy. Yeah. Let him know that he's loved.
Yeah.
Anyway, they did call me to let me know that the weekend I had shared with them what our goal was and when we wanted to actually stay there. Correct. Yeah. Somebody canceled, and I'm assuming it's because of the high fuel prices.
Yep, that's happening a lot. People are canceling
exactly.
Because a lot of people reserve a year out, and then now they're getting down to it, and they're like, oh my God, I'm not going to spend...
Well, they have to pay the fuel now to go from point A to point B.
I'm not going to spend $2,000 in fuel just to get to Florida.
But we also had that happen over Memorial Day weekend. You're going to have a hard time over the holidays, but it's not that it can't be done. Pick up the phone and call. Let them know what you're looking to do and be flexible, is my point.
Well, the one, I think last Memorial weekend, we stayed at Appalachian Foothills.
Yeah, we did.
We couldn't get a spot, and we're like, all right, let's go here and get some service done. They had spots they had just opened.
It just worked out that way, yeah.
And, so that's another option. Try to plan that. If you can't get a spot over a holiday, maybe you can get some service or something done. And again, there's another thing we're talking about. With the fuel and everything going up, the services have gone up on these things. We're looking at probably $1,400 for a service for the generator and the oil change and stuff you have to do. If you don't do it, you're asking for a $25,000 engine repair.
But that would be another downside to RVing in 2022 is the cost of services.
Everything.
Yes, prices in general.
That being said, I mean, we did think the other day when we had this SCR thing go bad, and I'm looking at a $6,000 bill, I was like, first time we probably thought about it, we're like, you know what? This is getting old. I mean, this is just ridiculous.
I'm not ready to give it up, and neither is
we got into it thinking, and we were misled by a lot of YouTubers and stuff, that it was all the unicorns and rainbows, and
you have your
the prices are cheaper.
You have your own expectations.
Right.
So.
And we figured this type of living, number one, we'd be traveling, which is awesome, and seeing new places. That was the goal. And number two, maybe I thought, that it would be cheaper than owning sticks of bricks.
Yeah, we did think that we would be stashing some money.
You have the same surprises. Your air conditioner goes at your home, you got to lay out $4,000. Your air conditioner goes on these things, you know, you're laying out.
Well, you got to find one first.
First, you got to find one because of the shortage, and I'm sure the houses are dealing with the same thing.
Well, it's starting to bounce back too. Yeah. The availability is coming
getting
back,
better.
But yeah.
But that's, you know, we seriously thought, I'm like, you know what, it's time to unload this thing and just go back to normal living. I thought about it for about 30 seconds, right?
Maybe a little bit longer, like, but yeah.
We're not ready yet, you know? And it's sad that we can't do what we wanted. I wanted to go back out to Yellowstone this year.
I want to do that area.
And it's just not feasible. You know, you're going to spend $6,000 to go out there from here and get back and fuel. With all that negative being said, I still love it and don't want to give it up. You know, we still got plenty more years to do this, and hopefully the fuel situation will get straightened out to where
and see, we have the home base here.
Yeah, we're lucky.
You know, it's just a really nice option for us to be able to land here. So we're very fortunate, where some people, they don't have that option.
And we didn't even think about that going into this.
No, we didn't.
COVID kind of changed that whole thought. Like,
well, we bought the coach before Lynn and Dave bought the property here.
Right.
So it wasn't
thank God
part of the
it worked
plan.
out the way it did.
We were very lucky.
Always gives us a place to chill out. We don't have to worry about reservations or nothing. We just call up, say, hey, we're coming in. So I don't know. Like I say, do your homework.
Yeah, do your homework. Don't discount. Don't think you're going to be living. I mean, and all right, before I say that, there are people that live off grid. There's all kinds of different type of
boondocking
lifestyles in this full-time lifestyle.
But boondocking's hard too. It's hard to get spots now. Everybody's doing it.
And you could do it, and you could save money. That's not the lifestyle Randy and I choose. We aren't necessarily cement surfers either. We like our state parks. We like to do the hikes. We love nature. But we're not upscale campers.
We're not,
right? I'm not sure what the word
types,
is. We're not.
We go into one once in a while here and there, but we don't really like them. I like the national parks and state parks. And I would be all about the boondocking, but I'm not into spending $25,000 to put solar on my rig so that I can have air conditioning. I mean, years ago, you could get solar for a decent price and it would be worthwhile. But if you do the math and you add up how much you're going to save after spending solar, it's going to take 10 years for you to recoup that 25 grand that you put to get solar on your roof.
Not if you're living it every day, though.
Take a while.
It just depends on the lifestyle.
Yep.
So, I mean, it does open up a lot of opportunities and options for you if you were to add the solar if you didn't already have it. And again, the cost of 2022, it's going to cost you more.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The batteries and all that good stuff.
Everything's going up.
So, well, hopefully we gave you a few tips. I know most of it was, you know, what to look out for, what to avoid, what we're dealing with. But again, if you're running diesel, or even gas, get yourself, you know, a fuel saving card. A lot of the places offer them, gas stations, Gas Buddy. We really like the TSD open roads.
Yeah, and if you're full-time already and you're going through what we're going through, drop in the comments what you're doing to save money. How are you, are you still traveling as much, or are you laying down and parking for a while, that kind of thing.
Right.
So I'd love to hear those,
In my summary, the other would be, like I said, plan your stays to be a little bit longer to get a discount.
Yep, point A to point B.
Right.
I mean, that's the only way. So pick out your spots. We're a lot more careful where we're going. We're not willy-nilly no more like we used to be. We just kind of went wherever the wind blew us, and now we're gonna do our research and go to that spot, enjoy that spot for a little while, and then head back. And maybe hit a spot or two on the way back or whatever that is, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So until this thing gets over with, and then it's probably going to get worse. So who knows? We'll see.
We'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment below. If you've enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video.